Well, a Mexican immigrant is suing for his release after he was arrested by the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency. He says he's protected by the Obama-era Dreamer program. Now, that's sparking a whole lot of protests, as you can imagine, among immigration groups and liberals. They believe he is as well. But ICE says the suspect is a, quote, self-admitted gang member. This all comes as Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers have arrested 680 illegal immigrants, and the feds say 75% of those arrested had prior criminal records, offenses such as homicide, weapons charges, sexual assault of a minor, and sexual abuse. Here to weigh in, Jeff DeWit, who served as the COO of the Trump campaign. Jeff, good to see you. I mean, this kind of seems like a no-brainer to me. You got a criminal record. You're here illegally. What's wrong with arresting you?
Trish, you nailed it. It is a no-brainer. He needs to go. You know, I think the most important thing to remember is the difference between the legislative branch and the executive branch. And it is the legislative branch that needs to make the laws. The executive branch, where the president resides, carries out the laws. We had a president under President Obama that chose not to enforce the laws. Now, that was his choice to do, but it was unconstitutional, and it upset a lot of people, including myself. We now have a president that campaigned on the fact that he's going to enforce the laws. It's a very, very popular idea around the country, I guarantee you. The amazing thing about
the law's the law. I mean, you know, we have laws theoretically for a reason, right? But in terms of this particular guy, and Donald Trump has made a point of saying, look, if you don't have a criminal record, if you're just here trying to earn a living, you're not going to be first on the list. We're not going after you. We're not going door to door rounding up people. But we are going after the criminals. And people that are here illegally, that have committed criminal activity, have no right to be here at all. But in this particular case, with this one guy, I don't believe he has a criminal record. He's just a self-admitted gang member. But, you know, at that point, Jeff, you're telling ICE you're a gang member. You've admitted this. How do you get to stay?
Well, and the amazing thing is, even if Barack Obama was still the president, this guy would be disqualified from the DACA program for the mere fact of being a gang member, as he admitted he is right now. So this is nothing new under President Trump. This particular gentleman in this particular case would be deported regardless. But there is a small group of very liberal people that are trying to somehow get this president to ignore the laws, which he's not going to do.
And we're just living in this sort of upside-down world, Jeff, where somebody who, you know, as we were just talking about, 75% of the 680 that have been apprehended have some kind of prior criminal record, in some cases the sexual assault of a minor. And you're telling me you want to, it's somehow discriminatory to not get that person out of the country? You want to give that person some kind of path to citizenship? Or if not even that, you want to somehow enable them to stay here and it's wrong not to? I mean, Jeff, it feels as though the left has just taken over all common sense.
Tricia, you're exactly right. President Trump keeps saying America first. That not only applies to the economy and to jobs, but it also applies to immigration. We have to look for our own people first. We have to make sure our neighborhoods are safe, our kids are safe when they go to school, and anyone that's doing bad things that are here illegally need to go. If people are unhappy about this, they need to call their congressman, call their senator, and they can lobby to have the law changed. But the way the laws are on the books, this guy needs to go, and I'm very, very proud of our president for getting it done.
I think, to your point here, this should not be controversial. The law's the law. Jeff, thanks so much. Good to see you.
Thanks, Trish.